the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
Jared hasn't texted me in 2.5 years. I don't believe that you actually gonna text me back, Jared. So I need an answer now. I'll Venmo you $10. You just gotta let me know if we're doing this or not.
I gotta talk to Gabe because he texted me a minute ago.
Hold on. Time out.
He might. I gotta balance out the deals. He might be offering a better deal.
He playing best offers, Adarius. He playing best offers.
Bro, I've been talking to you for almost 3 hours right now, bro. Are you serious? Oh man,
he playing best offers, Adarius. He trying to sell the service, man. Like Josie, he had to just like Jerry Jones. He building the brand
in this world. There's no good people left.
He built the brand, Adarius. He building the brand like Jerry Jones, his idol.
Now Gabe is in the mix. What the fuck is how did Gabe get in the mix? Jared's by far one of the most useless humans in the history. Jared, can I play in the league, bro? Can I just get a vote to Tournament 10?
You know what? I'm not tripping, but at the same time, I'm already mad that they already tried to raise the price on this motherfucking league.
Well, here we go.
How much was it?
It was $20. We originally said we're gonna do it. It raised it to $25.
All right, Jared, I'll give you $5 to give me a yes vote.
Damn.
Or you want to be my co-manager since Gabe was flaking on me?
Oh, that's true.
Jared, I honestly would murder you before I'd be your co-manager.
Hey, Adarius, that would piss off Tim more, to be honest, because look, he always gets upset at Jared's manager. He's like, you know what? Every year he says, like when Jared was in the playoffs for basketball last year, he said, I want anybody to win it but Jared. So if you co-manage with Jared, right, Adarius, that'll be a double whammy at Tim. He'll be so bad.
To be honest with you, Jared would have to pay me $25 to be a co-manager with him.
I guess we don't have a deal then.
Co-managing with Jared seems nice. Todd loves it for basketball. He said Jared talks to you, talk. I co-managed once with Jared for football. We went all the way to the finals and lost.
Aaron, do you honestly think I'd get any decision rights?
Not in the beginning.
I mean, when will it come? When will it come, Aaron?
Not never, nigga.
I mean, we co-managed together. He was all right.
That was great.
What am I allowed to do?
I knew girl, she all right.
What am I allowed to do as a co-manager?
Same power.
Allowed to do as co-manager. Stay out of my way so I can win this title.
See, this is shit I'm talking about.
I'll ask you whether or not how you feel. I'll say how you feel about this guy or that guy. What do you think about this? And then I'll take in consideration what you think, and then we'll consider making a mutual decision.
All right. Well, for that, nigga, listen, I'll pay you $5 to be a co-manager, and I want half of the winners.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, because
how about this?
You do half of the response. It's not my fault. You're not going to give me half of the responsibilities, but as a co-manager, I am allotted half of the winnings.
All right, I'll give you a third of the winnings for $5 in.
No, nigga, you would have to give me half. I'm your co-manager. I'd give you. All right. Here we go. New deal.
Mm-hmm.
I put up the manager fees. You be my co-manager. New deal, nigga.
I gotta hold my spot in this league. I can't be no side piece manager.
I mean, it's the same, nigga. It's my bike is your bike, nigga. We both can ride it. This is all good. I put up all the managerial fees. It's my team. You can be co-manager, and that's gonna piss Tim off even more if he found out I was the lead manager and then you came in as my co-manager. Oh, he's gonna hate everything a part of his life. So just think about it.
I'll consider it. I'm gonna think about it real quick. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and the Twitter. We are also on Patreon. Be sure to check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/High Score 510. And if you sign up, we got a couple spots left to be in our prize league. Ben Franklin is the prize. If you win, if you are one of our patrons, you will be automatically entered. The draft is in a little over a week, or whenever this comes out, it's gonna be soon. And we are here with
this is AG3 coming at you faster than someone. I don't know how fast it comes. I'm tired as hell. I fell asleep at 3. I ain't coming at you fast at all tonight. I'm tired.
Here's your soundbite, Aaron.
How the heck can Joe Biden call America First conservatives a threat to democracy with a straight face and a dry diaper? He's the one who has allowed millions to invade our southern border. He's the one who is robbing hardworking Americans to pay for Karen's daughter's degree in lesbian dance theory.
So let me get this. She wants him to have a wet diaper. Look, I never said that I would bone her for her brains, Jared. Never said I would hook up with her for her brains. In fact, the more stupid she is, the more I don't know what it is about her. She just something about that Bobert, man.
Something about that boom Bobert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell you, I get that race play that I've been. She just makes me feel like I get the race play. And it really will be play. It will be race play. Not like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who she would do the race play, but she means it. Ain't no play behind it.
No, she's
racist.
We need to be the party of nationalism, and I'm a Christian, and I say it proudly. We should be Christian nationalists.
She's gonna treat you like she's gonna make you teach you how to squeal.
Exactly. She's gonna say, hey, let's role play with slaves versus plantation owners. I just wanted you to say a couple of things, not go that far.
Nigga this, nigga that, nigga please, bitch nigga, have you lost your mind? Nigga, check that hoe. Nigga, you bullshitting, break yourself, nigga. He says it so much I don't even notice it anymore.
And we are here with...
Hello everyone, it's everybody's favorite truck driver and friendly Captain P.Funk. Coming at you like those redacted documents in that Mar-a-Lago. I'm redacted.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Shout out to Mar-a-Lago being the most secure off-site White House there is.
Most secure place for all kind of war documents and nuclear documents.
And we are here with
what's up? It's Adarius, aka fuck Jared.
Oh, that's it?
Good morning. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, I have a pamphlet with it. Well, fuck you. Head dead motherfucker. Come on, sister.
And my name is Jared, aka DJartt, with 2 T's for a double dose. That ting ting. The D is silent, so it's just Jart. And I don't know, I just put something in here.
Jack, that's a gun. Jack, what are you doing with a gun?
I'm in the army, remember?
Jack, Mama's right, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, well, Mr. Big is gonna pay. And if I see those little Evan midgets, they ass is mine.
Let's get to some news. In news this week, a Missouri school district has passed a bill that will reinstate corporal punishment. Well, punishment by being paddled. Students can now be paddled. Parents can opt in or opt out of this being an option for their child's punishment. What do you guys think about that?
Can I opt in for my child just to watch? Like, he don't need to get hit, but he might be able to learn a lesson.
Well, yeah, I'm like, can I opt in to have them, make them watch, but also they don't know whether we've opted in or out. So they just have to be like, I hope my parents opted out when I watch this other kid get his ass beat.
Can I opt in for them yelling, beat that nigga? Beat that nigga ass! Beat that nigga ass! I want my kids to be able to say racist stuff while watching it. Hit him like a slave.
Come on, everybody join in. Use your powerful hands. Let's whoop this nigga's ass. Repeat after me the holy phrase. Nigga, get your black ass out of here.
In other news, FN Mika became the first artificial intelligence AI rapper to be signed by Capitol Records, a major label, guys. However, sadly, major backlash caused them to cut ties with FN Mika, the artificially intelligent rapper, and apologize for cultural insensitivity to the Black community. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, if they wanted a Black dude that's in blackface, yes, Boston, and just really bringing down the culture, they could have just signed Blueface.
We's moving, Mr. Boss Man. We's moving. Lord, sure do wish these here feet could move faster for you, Mr.
Move,
Boss
boy.
Man.
They brought in FN Mika on a Zoom call, and he said this.
You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now.
And they was like, "Oh, we got to cut ties." This white man generated this character. He talked about,
can a nigga borrow a French fry?
He's just way to make some money. It's off of entertaining you Negroes.
That's some racist shit, man. They said it was giving a real Black person job.
Yeah, no, I heard that the first prototype of FN Mika, when they were trying to get him to understand rap and say things that cool Negroes would say, the first thing it auto-generated was this.
Man, I'm thirsty. Might as well have some of this booty sweat I got back in Da Nang.
And then it was working then if it said that.
It was funny, though, that they're like, we realize that this is actually kind of offensive, that we're signing an artificially intelligent rap artist that was created by a white dude, but is also the person that the actual voice of the rapper was a real dude who was basically, the AI was creating the lyrics, and then they had a Black dude rapping the lyrics.
Yeah, have you heard rap lately? They had to create artificial intelligence because it's hard to find an intelligent rapper now.
Hey, I'm Dina. Look at my feet. My feet are straight ahead. You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out, and I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop.
Yeah. This is catch-22, man. I don't know to be happy at this and mad at this.
I feel the same. I did feel the same way. I do feel as though the woke agenda is tearing down a potentially thriving, budding young star, though, and a creative. And I don't know if we should censor art.
I think the first thing that you need to know about hip hop, it's all about your posture. And you know, growing up, my posture was really bad. My mom used to tell me all the time, stand up straight, stand up straight. Well, you know what? I was standing up straight.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do we censor art? Do we not? And what's art? I mean, what R. Kelly did in those videos, some people might see, people like Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein sees R. Kelly as art.
And Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton.
Bill Clinton just like sex, Pedro. Don't put him in the same category with those fools I just named.
All right, go ahead. You go ahead and protect another Democrat.
Go ahead.
That nigga's in pictures with Epstein. He's in pictures with Epstein.
Look, there's pictures of pastors and pictures with R. Kelly. It don't mean there was in videos with 15-year-old girls.
No, that was in the videos with the 15-year-old boys.
I said pastors, not
my bad. Pastor, priest, you never know.
No, there's just the preacher.
The
preachers was just in the bed with your wife.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. They could get married and get all the free wing dinners they can. And
Adarius, how do you feel as you're a musician, you've done hip hop music, as somebody who has a background in producing music and as an artist, were you put off by Capitol Records signing an AI rapper?
No, not at all. I mean, to Aaron's point, I think they've already signed like 4 of them. They already exist. I think Little Pump was definitely one of them. I mean, there has to be like 5 people. There's so many rappers who get on because like they're a cousin or a friend of a famous rapper, and then that famous rapper becomes like their writer. And so that's basically AI. I mean, that's you got a ghostwriter, you got a stylist, you got somebody who does all your marketing. All you do is smoke weed and portray an image, and hold money to your ear. You basically on autopilot.
Everything he said, it's funny, Adarius. I see like 5 rappers do that this very week, dude. You are 100%. Hold the money to the ear and flip it.
Yeah, so I mean, at that point, like, yeah, these niggas are already on autopilot. So, yeah, I would say that he just got caught up because they are so blatant about it. If they would have just used the nigga who was rapping the lyrics as the face of the nigga, then they would have been good.
So what you're essentially saying is this.
Niggas tried to rob Pump. Pump hit him with that do 5. Police was called. There was no evidence of anything. So shit, I guess they took him in for him shooting. You know, I don't know. Free Lil Pump.
Yeah, do 5.
Do 5 free FM Mecca.
Hey, did you see Little Pump in Japan this past week?
No, I don't.
He took off his shirt, raised his hands. He was in the middle of like Tokyo in the busiest square, and no one knew who the hell he was. And then before the night was over, he found 2 people that knew who he was. One of them had like his famous saying, whatever it is, something stupid tattooed on him.
Mm-hmm.
And one other person. He's like, man, Japan got love for me. It was only 2 people, dude.
Somebody got
it.
That's what it was. It said it's it. Real big going across this like oblique. No one knew who he was. It was like, man, these people don't know me. No one knew who the fuck Luigi was.
No.
Pedro would have got more attention.
If Lil Pump crossed me right now, I wouldn't know who he was.
Hey, Pedro, if Lil Pump ask you right now, you think he's a lot lizard?
Probably.
What is it? Lil Pump can show up to Pedro and say this, and he wouldn't know the difference.
It's that boy chatting up.
All right. Well, shout out to FM Mecca. Come on our show. We love to interview you and see how things are going for you. And is this going to curtail your creative process? So let us know. And we'd love to do some food reviews with you also.
Gucci gang. Sorry, I just had to do it, Jared.
Pedro, as our resident pastor of Regular Sex, is vacation sex meant to be regular or irregular? According to this young lady on the Maha, Coochie, and Skid Marks podcast.
Good Lord, what a name.
What?
What a name.
Wow.
Maybe that's the name of the episode. But from the Horrible Pod, they speak about vacation sex.
I love vacation sex. You just get nastier. If you do anal, you had a little dookie on your sheet, but you'll just sleep in it. You're just like, Medina. I'm serious. In the hotel, you're not about to get up and be like, can somebody come change these sheets?
Why not?
Are you serious?
I'm gonna lay with the cum, but not with the shit.
It's still bodily fluids.
But it's a different fluid that's carrying bacteria.
It's not a
it's
dookie
a cream
log, you guys. It's a skin mark. God damn, it's just a little slice of dookie on the sheet.
That's a nasty bitch right there. That's the best way I can put it. That's me being PC. That's me being PC. That's a nasty bitch.
What the fuck is a slice of dookie?
A slice of dookie. You know what that is, Adarius? That means she in one of those new houses with those small toilets and she got to chop up her deuces before they go flush it.
Pedro, is vacation sex meant to be regular or irregular?
Well, usually when I had vacation sex, I would go in 4 positions, but still one hole. What they're talking about here is just disgusting. This will make you go to church. This will make you stop backsliding. This is my whole explanation. This is a perfect video. If I was to talk about irregular sex, and you would be like, what is that? You would show this video. Because this is, like Aaron said, this girl is just full out nasty. I believe, I don't know, y'all can tell me, I think when you have anal sex, don't y'all prepare for anal sex? Ain't the girl clean before y'all have anal sex? You know,
obviously she don't.
She on vacation. She ain't got time to go get was it enema?
You get an at-home enema. At-home enema. It takes less than 10 minutes.
Exactly. I'm like all the porn, like if you listen to porn stars when they said before their scenes or whatever, they clean themselves out.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? First, dude is nasty and he doesn't know Jesus.
She the kind of girl that when you go over her house, you ask her a lot of incense ahead of time. Hey, can you light like 3 incenses before I come over there?
This is proof that black men will have sex with anything.
Yeah, how you know it's a black dude?
Like if your dookie come out in a slice, like in slice form, that means you got a sharp butt. That means your butthole got some crazy ridges and crevices. That sounds crazy. That sounds like a Ginsu.
She got a Ginsu sphincter. She got an irregular turd cutter. Shout out to Ernest.
Her booty hole got one of them things that they got at the airport car return. Go in, it's all good. But if you backed up, you could sever the shit out of your tires.
I mean, I was with her on the hotel sex being usually it is a little nastier. Right? Yeah. You ever notice, like, you know, even if you had like when I had like the prissiest of girlfriends, we go in the hotel and she let me act like, you know, she's a rental car.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you do rental cars, you drive them shits hard, man. Use up all the AC.
Oh, that's why this nigga don't have a girlfriend.
No, man, they love the hotel sex. They start asking for more hotel sex. They know they letting you get a little.
Any stories from females always talk about wholesale sex being the nastiest. I had a friend actually post on Facebook. There's a meme that says, "Take me on vacation and bend me over the balcony."
That's regular. That's
you can be Christian and still want to have sex, Pedro. Even if you married, you can still have sex.
If you're,
God didn't say don't covet your own wife.
Yes, he did. He said, it said in the Bible, "Ye shall close the bedroom door. I shall not know what goes on in there."
It didn't say shit about that. Adam and Eve was fucking out in public.
Yeah, God can see in your bedroom. And some plaster walls made by a contractor named Steve Logan is not gonna stop God from seeing what's going on in that bedroom.
I don't believe that. I think Jesus closed. I think like, God closes.
Every contractor that builds a home is an ordained minister that does a sage scrub and spritz holy water on all 6 walls to keep you from anybody, even the God Almighty, from seeing in there. Pedro got a Faraday cage in his bedroom.
Come on,
a Faraday cage. Well, even when I do, I tell Lord, "Hey, Jesus, I know you made one hole for reproduction only."
Yeah, well, take me on vacation, bend me over the balcony, and do one hole. Maybe that's what she meant. That's the subtext of it. And the fine print said, "and only one hole." You can do that, Pedro.
Anything I've ever gotten in a slice form, like anything I've ever received in slice form, that means there's more.
There's something left.
A lot more.
Where did the other pieces or slices go?
Where the fuck is the rest of the dookie? You've only presented a slice. Where is it?
Let me tell you what happened to Adarius. They went out, they ate, they had some drinks, had a good time, maybe danced a little bit, or a long walk back to the hotel room. We usually have to take a deuce. So this nasty nigga, whoever this nasty is, like, let me go straight to the butthole.
Pedro, I've never been able to ever in my life control the form of my dookie. She is telling you that her asshole is basically Tetris. The next thing that's gonna come out is a shape that I know is gonna be a slice of dookie.
Well, no, that's what she's saying. The man produced the slice of dookie. He insert, sliced up a piece of I guess it was able to move around in her anal cavity, sliced piece of dookie, slid it on out, and it's on the sheets.
The motherfucker got a pate spreader.
That nigga got a letter opener.
In sports news, Pat Bev is now a Los Angeles Laker. Is this the end of Russell Westbrook in LA now that Pat Bev is there, or can they coexist?
No one can coexist with Westbrook, man. See, the thing about the one I think of Patrick Beverly is that he don't take anything personal, and then when he joins your team, you his teammate, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna do the same shitty ass antics that he do because he's not that great of a player against every other team.
Yeah,
the problem is Westbrook ain't the kind of motherfucker that forgives and forgets.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. All right, since they're both aging and very mediocre players who only are reasonably good at one thing because they put all their energy into it, who you taking? Pat Bev or PJ Tucker?
Tucker.
Okay. What about you, Pedro?
PJ Tucker.
Adarius, how about you? PJ Tucker or Pat Bev?
I'm taking PJ Tucker. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, PJ Tucker and his ability to slide. What is half of 94? 47 feet across the floor, trying to sell a charge. I'll take
He
him.
sell a charge. A lot of people sell charge. Maybe not as exaggerated as he did in that one moment. But the one thing I give PJ Tucker is that he could fit in. He could guard more people than.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would take him, because, like you said, he can guard basically 1 through 4. Pat's going to give you 1, 2, 3, maybe 2.
Maybe just 1 or 2.
I don't know if he can guard a 1. Well, I don't know if he can guard a 1 because he's going to go right by him.
He can get physical with the 1, especially an older 1. But guarding a 3, if it's a big 3, no.
Yeah, a skilled 3, they'll just shoot over him. All right. Who are you taking, PJ Tucker or Pat Bev, if you got to fight an unruly fan in the stands?
If I got to fight an unruly stands, is Charles Barkley still available?
No, Pat Bev or PJ Tucker. Who you taking in a fight in the stands with you?
What, have either one of them fought in the stands?
No, but it's just saying whose energy would you rather have?
Shit, I don't know, man. You picking motherfuckers that I don't want to be in a fight with. I want to go with Ron Artest or Steven Jackson, and you giving me fucking Reggie Miller, man. Like, no, I ain't going to stand with Reggie Miller.
It was like Stack Jack or Reggie Miller. Who would you rather have going to stands
that's
fight
an easy
with
question,
you?
Of course.
Exactly. This one's a little harder because you got both dudes who are tryhards defensively. And bring a lot of grit.
They ain't the type to fight people though, Jared. Look, I ain't gonna call up. I'm not gonna go call up Sam Johnson when I need to roll out on somebody. So you're having me compare 2 people that ain't gonna scrap. And man, pick one. Well, I gotta pick one of these.
Well, Pat Bev gets everybody's.
If you say Charles Oakley or Steven Jackson, good. That's a good question. Right now, you have me taking 2 fools. I was like, hey man, who you gonna? Man, you involved in a father-son 3-point contest, and you could bring anybody you want, as long as they older than you. You bring in Shaq or Bill Russell. Ain't neither one right now, dude.
Well, Bill Russell, that ain't gonna work. First of all, second of all, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a little pick. So I think y'all thinking about it backwards, man. I'm thinking about the nigga who's gonna get the most attention and get it off of my back so I could dip on out on that nigga. I'm going to have to choose Pat Bev because a lot of people would want to stump the fuck out of Pat Bev. And that means I could just dip out while that nigga getting his ass beat. So less pressure on me. Pat Bev getting stumped out. Niggas ain't trying to stump out PJ Tucker. He all talking about please, 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 no, please. So I'm going to go with Pat Bev, man. He going to say one too many things. The whole crowd going to beat his little ass. And I'm out.
All right, last one. Who would you rather have if you needed for some rule? There's a rule exemption that you needed to have a player for inept offensive ability. Who would you take, Pat Bev or PJ Tucker?
Offensive ability? Oh, wait a minute. Say it again.
You need a player that has the least offensive ability and is inept offensively. Who you taking, PJ Tucker or Pat Bev?
I'm still confused. I don't know.
If not being good on offense was a good thing, and you needed to fill a role on your team,
this is like the bright question, Jared. I pass.
I'm coming from Pedro with these crazy ass questions Jared asking.
Yes.
It's like the bright question. I'll take PJ Tucker, man, because at least he can hit the corner 3.
No, he needs to be not good on offense.
God damn it, Jared. Shit, man. Just ask the question straight up.
Which nigga's weaker on offense?
I mean, I'm going to have to again go PJ Tucker, man, because I think that nigga might produce something. But I will say this is the weirdest phrase question you've ever asked.
Thank you, Adarius.
I don't understand what kind of question this is.
All right. Well, that wraps up our Who Would You Take segment. Aaron Rodgers admitted to playing a game while on Percocet recently on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Percocet? He played a game on Percocet.
Having had taken the Percocet for pain management. He was speaking on it because he's upset with how easy it is to get these highly addictive drugs, yet they don't allow players to use more natural alternatives, especially when it comes to marijuana and CBD remedies. What do you guys think about Aaron Rodgers' admission to playing while on Percocet?
Well, Percocet is just a pain reliever, especially if you're getting it at a point where it's prescribed. You can play on it. It's like playing on Advil, just a little stronger, but it's not like you're thinking of like when the rappers are sitting there taking Molly and Percocet and mixing shit and getting that feeling. That's not happening. He was not
in that place. I know Aaron Rodgers probably said it like that because he likes getting attention, right? You know, that shit. Many players have played on fucking Percocet before, man. It's fucking game of football, man. They play with broken ribs and shit. Play with shit stronger than Percocet. I guarantee you that.
I'm just waiting for the league to start letting them do fentanyl.
What? No, because Percocet isn't. Yes, it could be highly addictive, but Percocet isn't like fentanyl, and it isn't. I mean, it's still not a great drug to be on for a long time, but it is a pain reliever. I mean, I have family that's taking Percocet before. They didn't infuse it, but they taking it for back injuries and different things. They were prescribed by the doctor. That's not a big deal, man. Aaron Rodgers said that shit, and people are like, "Oh man, he played a game of Percocet." No, he didn't have to say. He wasn't out there looking like Future when he played that game. Okay.
I got a theory now. That's what happened with Deshaun Watson. He was on Percocet. He was on Molly.
Molly Percocet.
He was on that Molly and Percocet, pain relievers, and he accidentally jizzed on 66 beautiful.
He did not jizz on 66. They only had to jizz for one person, and it was in a towel.
Wait a minute. In a towel? I thought he had put it in his hand and flung it on it.
See, these stories are getting worse and fucking worse, man.
This is why some people shouldn't be giving opinions unless you read enough on shit.
That was your tripping, Pedro. That was the story of Bobo's the monkey, the Michael Jackson's monkey, nigga. I don't know.
Okay, yes.
I read in a meme that he was jizzing in his hand and then putting it on the ice cream. It's like, okay, Pedro.
I heard that.
That's why I didn't believe any of this, all that stuff that came about Deshaun Watson. I was like, he beat 2 cases. Somebody's lying.
2 grand juries.
2 grand juries. Somebody's lying. One of these women are lying.
Well, as somebody who has taken Percocets for surgery, after surgery of my Achilles, it is very addictive. I'll tell you that. And it is, for me, like Oxycontin, Percocet, like those put me in like kind of like a loopy, not like I'm not like incoherent, but I'm definitely like in more of a kind of weird dream state where I could easily fall asleep and it's hard for me to focus and concentrate on things. So usually when I took those, I would be going to sleep, or I would go to sleep shortly after, because I wasn't in a place where I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, moving around and on that. So that was usually a full serving. A partial serving, you know, like if it was bad enough, I could still function. But yeah, it was definitely not the most coherent or like most focused I could be. So I could see it being, you know, problematic, especially if he was Brett Favre himself and taking all the painkillers Brett Favre was taking.
He was on some low end pain relief shit, Jared.
You guys think this is just a cry for attention by Brett Favre?
It is definitely a cry. You saw how he dressed before he came to camp. It's 100% a cry. The dude needs attention like I've never seen before. He needs attention like a goddamn 1.5-year-old baby, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know what his deal is. I thought CBD oil is starting to be introduced in.
And but the problem is CBD. You need a little bit more than CBD for you want some shit to be working.
You need some tincture.
It needs some THC, a little bit of THC in it. It can't just use CBD.
Yeah, I thought they was using rubs and everything with CBD oil.
Well, no, they could do weed now. I don't know what Jerry would say, what he's talking about. Natural remedy. See, that's the Aaron Rodgers cry for help. Dude, weed's been legalized in the league for the last, since that collective bargaining, dude.
Yeah. Well, he's saying that he did it before the last collective bargaining agreement. And he was critical.
He's full of shit, dude, because that was like 4 or 5 years ago. He's just full of shit. I'm tired of listening to his ass.
Well, I keep calling Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers, he had a point, though. I think he had a point. I think he's being so reasonable. He's full
of shit, dude. He did not. He's talking about shit that's legal. Man, if they don't let us use these more natural remedies like CBDs you can use this shit. Like Pedro said, it's perfectly legal. It's been legal for a while now, a long while.
No, it's not legal. There's not testing for it in the same way, so you can't get busted for it.
It's legal. If they're not testing, it's fucking legal, Jared. If they stop testing for steroids, guess what? They're basically saying it's fucking legal, right? When baseball didn't test for steroids, it was legal, right? You can't get suspended for it because we ain't testing for it. It's legal, dude. And marijuana is legal, dude. You hear about players talking about they smoked before it was illegal, right? You had your time. You get tested. It was the same time every year. And the league, it was one of those don't ask, don't tell, right? Aaron Rodgers is full of shit, dude. He's full of shit. Now, you know what's funny? I've been saying this shit for years, and nobody was listening to me. Jared, you've heard me at work say this shit about Aaron Rodgers. Remember, I would argue with Tim, and I'm like, he's a shitty person. Years, Pedro. I said this years ago. This dude's a shitty individual, and no one wants to listen to me. Oh, he's from Cal, but he's from out here, Aaron. But he went to Cal, Aaron. Aaron, you went to Cal. How can you not like him? He's a shitty person. That's why I don't like him. I don't care where the fuck he came from. He's a shitty person. And now only lately has it been coming out how much of an asshole he is. He's such an asshole. He make people who are kind of like shitty people look good, like Danica Patrick and fucking Olivia Munn. And that's the best thing to happen to their lives is by dating his shitty ass. Because we forget how much of a rude person you are, or a bitch. We're like, hey, you know what? You didn't deserve that.
Yeah, Danica Patrick was an asshole.
Yeah, she can go daddy fuck herself all day long, that bitch.
She go daddy fuck with me all day long.
In other sports news, the NFL season is upon us. And just want to give everyone a chance to check in and give their 2 cents about what they're most excited about for their team this heading into the 2022 season. So who'd like to go first?
I'll go first.
Who is your team, by the way, Pedro?
My team's the Cleveland Browns. I'm very excited about this year. We got a lot of excitement going on. We have a franchise quarterback now, Jacoby Brissett.
Nigga, please.
He's gonna do things Baker Mayfield couldn't do, like keep the ball in Cleveland's possession instead of turning it over for a pick six in the fourth quarter. Hopefully now that we can keep the game close and let Myles Garrett do his work, things should be exciting. I'm excited for the season. I like to see in the second half where we can go once Deshaun Watson gets implemented into the offense. It's not going to be easy. He hasn't played football in it'll be almost going on 2 years.
Yep.
It's not going to look pretty. And you also got to thinking about the stuff that's on the outside. I'm hoping he doesn't get involved with too many loose women. I hope he somehow finds God in all this and starts seeking the Lord like he did as he was doing it when he was a child. Roll back up in that Christianity. You know, some people need religion. He's one of them.
You need God to do. He just told you it's done right now. What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me.
To get delivered more.
To get delivered. Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I'm not a pervert no more. I'm delivered.
Adarius, who is your team, Adarius, and what are you looking forward to most?
I mean, I'm feeling like the Niners are back. I took a break for a little bit. I was a Patriots fan for a few years, and then I was a Buccaneers fan for 2, meaning AKA I was a Tom Brady fan while the Niners figured out their lifestyle. But feeling real good about Trigger Trey. I think it's the right time to be a Niners fan. I don't think we're gonna make it past the conference playoffs. You know, with all these new faces, I think the pressure's gonna really catch up to them, like always. Niners gonna be down in the dumpies.
Essentially, what you're saying is that you are back on the bandwagon.
No. I'm not back on. I was actually on another nigga wagon for the last 3 years, but this is not a bandwagon. I am an actual Niners fan. So I am just what some people like to say, back on the dick, not a bandwagoner. I am just back on my team. Because that's where I'm.
Oh, are you saying you ready to start big stepping?
Yeah, big stepper. I'm a big stepper. Moose feet. I got moose feet the way I'm stepping these days. I'm stepping right back on with the Niners, and I'm happy about that.
I'm happy for you.
Big stepping.
But there's no bandwagon. I just want to make it clear to all the High Score 510 fans that listen to my podcast. I am not a bandwagoner. I've been a Niners fan since the tender age of whenever Jared got molested.
Oh, so you talking about you out here doing like this?
I'm big stepping. 49ers with me and we out here bitch pressing. Big flexing. Offense scoring and we got them big weapons. Big stepping. 49ers with me and we out here bitch pressing. Big flexing. Defense hitting and we got some big weapons. Yeah. Last year I said we finna make a run now.
Yeah, they made a run now. They ran through the Cowboys. Fuck y'all. But you know what?
Then they ran into them. They ran into them Rams, Jared.
They ran into them Rams, boy. They ran into them Rams. All right. Well, Adarius, I'm glad to hear that you back to big stepping on that bandwagon. But y'all got to deal with the Cowboys this year. My team is the Cowboys, and I'm excited that the Cowboys have a terrible human being for an owner, Jerry Jones. They have an idiotic head coach that basically got ran out of Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers and his pretentious, attention-seeking self was tired of Mike McCarthy getting half or more of the credit for them being successful. They have a shitty O-line coach who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have a 10-man at left tackle that decides to get injured. And they decided, hey, we're better at getting rid of some Pro Bowl caliber players so we can let some unproven players take over in their spot. So, I'm looking forward to seeing all that shit blow up in their face. I'm not actually looking forward to it, but if it proves me right, then I'm looking forward to it. If it proves me wrong, then I'll accept it. I'll take it for what it is. But the Cowboys, they have Kevontae Turpin as a return man. That's probably their biggest offensive weapon because we know CeeDee Lamb is not necessarily the man. I'm just going to put that out there, y'all. CeeDee Lamb is not necessarily the man. He can prove it to me by doing something special this year, but I highly doubt he's going to do it to the levels that people want him to, because when you lose a Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver that was taking a lot of coverage away from you, and now all the coverage is on you, it becomes a little bit harder to be a number one when you have nobody else that can even say that they've played more than 16 NFL games as a number 2 or 3 receiver. And I'll say this, all my fans who are like, CeeDee Lamb so athletic, man, he's making all these acrobatic catches in camp last year, and not as much this year, but he's making all these acrobatic catches. I'm like, yes, you make acrobatic catches in camp. Why? Because nobody's hitting you. Oh, you can jump over people? Yes, because they're not going to slam you to the ground. They're not stripping the ball out your hand and make you fall after you catch it above them. In a real game last year, CeeDee Lamb, how many contested catches were you making jumping over people? Not that many. Very few. Do y'all remember any times where he was mossing fools and he's being known for just mossing fools throughout the whole season? No, because when he jumped up there and tried and moss him, he got slammed on the motherfucking ground and dropped the goddamn ball. He ain't no goddamn Megatron. He ain't no DeAndre Hopkins. Okay? So, and with his footwork drills I seen him doing this year, man, I'm worried. Let's hope the running game can get on par.
He had that footwork, Jared.
Man, he looked like he had put cement socks on when he was doing that footwork. The one thing I'm looking forward, though, Cowboys fans, is our defense. The D line is deep. The linebacker crew looks like it could be really nice. They got Anthony Barr. I'm excited about that. And the secondary, they got a lot of young talent in the secondary. You get a nice pass rush, though, your secondary can look a lot better than what it really is. So let's get that secondary looking real clean and polished by keeping that pass rush going. Micah Parsons, I want to see all the different ways that he's coming from inside blitzes and off the edge just to wreak havoc, hopefully, against the opponents. But we'll see, man. So I'm excited. Anthony Barr can do some of the things that he can do, and it'll give him a little more diversity on that defensive side of the ball. If the Cowboys defense, it becomes the identity of that team, they can go far in the playoffs. If the Cowboys defense is second fiddle and the offense is still the identity of the team, something is probably not going to be working well, and they might barely make the playoffs and probably be booted out against the Niners or some other slub-ass team in the first round. So fingers crossed. Let's praise.
You know what the problem with the Cowboys is, Jared?
What's up?
The problem with the Cowboys is Jerry Jones is a guy that keeps looking in his rearview mirror, right? Everything's about his rearview mirror. He's on the road driving for it, but he can't stop looking at the rearview mirror. He drafts CeeDee Lamb. He keeps drafting people and hope they'll be Michael Irvin, right? He keeps drafting this. He overpaid Zeke because he's thinking he's going to be Emmett. And I got him and Dak are the same year. So, you know what? I got Zeke. So I got my Troy Aikman and my Emmitt Smith. Now I got to get my 88, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that he wants them to wear 88, won't let them wear the number they want. He's like, no, you're going to be a next Cowboy, great receiver. You got to wear 88. It's like, dude, stop being in the rearview. Everything's about the rearview. That's why I saw the other day, right, the day before the preseason game, they had some Cowboys award ceremony. What the hell was that about, Jerry? You know, it happens every year. Michael Irvin was presenting. They had like a goddamn red carpet for it. So these players coming with their wives.
I heard about that. It was some event they were doing a First Take also. I don't even know what it was.
No, they showed it on First Take.
Yeah, but no, Stephen A. Smith, they were down there. Stephen A. Smith and them
Stephen
were
A. Smith was down there, and Michael Irvin was on First Take.
Yeah.
But that was a cowboy event.
I don't know. Honestly, the Cowboys
I watched
are all
it.
about
That shit was a cowboy event.
The Cowboys enter every season like it's a pro-am game. It's all about building their brand and showing off with like, hey man, we's here.
And that's the point of Jerry Jones always looking in the rear view. At first, he was looking right in front of him, looking out the front windshield while driving. Right? He had good people in charge, good people drafting. But since then, everything's about what happened in the early 90s and cannot duplicate that early 90s. Instead of doing like other teams, huh?
And he can't get out of his own way.
He can't get out of his own way because he keeps trying to reduplicate the 90s. That's why he keeps Emmett around. That's why he keeps Michael Irvin around. That's why, and he just keeps duplicating the 90s. And it's just not going to work, dude. You got to have forward thinking. He brings in these coaches that he wants to be more controlled over.
Yeah.
He's drafting like it's the 90s.
I worry. I'm hoping CeeDee Lamb is as tight as they hope he is, but I doubt it. And it's going to be tough. So look for Dalton Schultz to have another solid season. And hopefully this defense takes over. Defense takes over. They can do some substantial. If not, it's going to be a long season, y'all. A long mediocre season.
Nobody cares about CeeDee Lamb. I just want to reiterate, the last person to care about CeeDee Lamb was the girl on the couch trying to snatch his phone.
And he took that shit back. They were like, man, he got hands. He got quick hands. All right. Well, AG3, you are a fan of the defending Super Bowl champions, the world champions, LA Rams. What are you most excited to see this season?
I'm excited to see if they could get back to the Super Bowl, maybe repeat. We haven't had a repeat in years since the Patriots. I'm happy to see if they may be able to do it. Hopefully the injury bug don't hit them. I mean, Rams they got they pattern of what they do and how they get better during the year and playing a lot of young players. They play a lot of young players. Unlike the Lakers, they actually play a lot of young players. So I'm excited to see. Hopefully Matthew Stafford elbow holds up and these things. But, I'm going into it with positively, especially after what happened last year. So, I mean, with the Rams winning the Super Bowl, I'm in a good mood. So I want them to win. I want them to at least make the playoffs. I see them. I'm picking them to make the playoffs. Hopefully get back to another Super Bowl. We'll see. If not, it's not the end of the world for me.
All right. And what do you think about Aaron Donald ripping off Bengals helmets and swinging them at them?
That's what happened when why would you have two teams that face in the Super Bowl have joint practices and play each other in preseason?
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, this is the dumbest joint practice today.
Yeah, out of all the teams to joint practice, like they'll never do a Niner Raider joint practice because they know what will happen there, right? So why the hell would you do these two teams that just faced off in the Super Bowl? Aaron Donald had two helmets. I don't know how the hell he got two people helmets. But hey, man, that's what happened in practice.
Oh, yeah, that's just crazy. They say he's going to get disciplined for that. But you know what? I like the fight.
He'll only be disciplined from the team. The league can't discipline practice.
Yeah. No, I like the fight though. That's what I think the Cowboys need a little bit of. Somebody who's going to be crazy and check the other team. Say, I will fight you before you disrespect or think that you can.
I will fight you in a practice, not even in a game.
I will fight you in the ice bath after practice.
That sounds like Jared's next girlfriend.
He fight in the ice bath.
Cutty Corner shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts is the same way in the show where everyone gets a chance to rant, complain, talk about something that's pissing them off, or highlight something positive in the world. Cutty Corner shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts.
It's time.
We're burning now.
God, if you let it in, hell.
So cold and bleeding now.
I'm in for it, man.
Gonna let you down.
He had sex with my mama.
We're broken people now.
I just said I need a Becky.
Aaron, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Yeah, my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Big Papi, David Ortiz. I like Big Papi. I liked him as a player. Even when I didn't like the Red Sox, I always liked him, right? I don't like their fans, but they got some good people. And I like Big Papi. And Big Papi just went into the Hall of Fame by himself. by himself this past year. Nobody else went with him. Now, Big Papi came out, if you guys don't know this, 2 weeks ago when Fernando Tatis tested positive for steroids, right? And came up with his bullshit excuse of what he was taking, right? And all that, the usual. The league announced he suspended 80 games, rest of this season and part of next season. And Big Papi came out and said the league should have did a better job of protecting Fernando Tatis. He said, one, it shouldn't have been announced. It should have been kept in quiet and just let him be injured this whole year and start off next year and then come back. And then he said he don't think he should have been suspended. What kind of bullshit is this, Big Papi, right? And here's another thing. Big Papi, why the hell you talking? You in the Hall of Fame, and you actually had a positive test off of a steroids. He had positive. Bonds and Clemens, who are way better players than Big Papi. And not that Big Papi, he's deserving of the Hall of Fame. Don't get me wrong. But there's some players that's not in that are better players than Big Papi. And let me tell you this, Bonds and Clemens have never tested positive on a steroid test. Big Papi had. When they first started testing steroids for their first ever test, they said, we're going to keep it anonymous and nobody's going to be suspended. That was part of the whole deal. That's part of the whole big deal on why the players and the Players Association said yes. Now, reason we knew Big Papi tested positive is because somebody went in there and stole and leaked all the information on who was positive. And he was one of them. And guess what? Nobody held it against him. Don't come out here trying to protect people and say stupid shit, Big Papi. Because if anything, we turn our eyes, we like you, we say you could go to Hall of Fame even though you tested positive for steroids. Bonds hasn't. Clemens hasn't, right? Yes, we have the allegations. Yes, we have the grand jury testimony, right? But nothing, they never been suspended from baseball. Neither has Big Papi. Should he have been? Yes. A-Rod, probably won't make the Hall of Fame, not in. Better player than Big Papi. We could go down the list. Tons of players better than Big Papi, but steroids hanging on them, which Big Papi failed for steroids. We all know he was on roids because he went from Minnesota being an average that could maybe get you 18 home runs to all of a sudden hitting 40, averaging 40 a year. So Big Papi, I like you, Big Papi, but shut the fuck up.
Pedro, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Yeah, it's a two-part. This is the reason why dudes get away with rape, pretty much, because of women like Holly Madison from the Real Housewives, I guess. I don't know what.
No, she was from the Bunnies Next Door.
Bunnies Next
Door. Playmates Next Door. She was one of Hugh Hefner's 3 girlfriends that year.
Okay, and she was talking about how she was trying to make it into Hollywood. And I got this off, I think it was on Angela Yee's rumor report. The same typical, well, I wanted to make it in Hollywood, so I thought I can go into Hollywood to the Playboy Mansion and find my way into acting or whatever she do. I don't know what type of talent she is or what she thought she.
She had this great talent, Pedro. She could wear a blouse and open it up and show her tits.
Okay, and then she has the nerve to complain, talking about, well, the other girls were there. They were putting things in my drinks. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I felt like I just blacked out when the other girl told Hugh Hefner to get on top of me. Bitch, you knew exactly what was going on. You knew what you was there to do. You knew you was trying to take advantage of the situation, and you wanted to power trip off of being Hugh Hefner's boyfriend. You are around a bunch of Hollywood folks that do cocaine and have sex. That's exactly how Magic Johnson got HIV, because he was around a lot of Hollywood people. There's a lot of girls, and they played around in that realm, and they had sex. It's Hollywood. It's cocaine. It's showbiz. And you acting like you was a victim. Bitch, please. The other part of the Cutty Corner shout out, this is why we need to cut the culture in football. This is how girls get raped. This is why you don't get a fair trial, because you got fools like Paul Ariza, but it's like this and that culture. That whole damn raping folks. You need to break that. That's why there's no balance in the courts when innocent women get sexually assaulted, and they get gang raped and you think this shit is cool. It's all because of chicks like Holly Madison lying about how she was a victim and she knew what she was going there and do. This is why Deshaun Watson got off. If anything was anything that could be proven against him, that's why it didn't stick, because of hoes like Holly Madison. Just in there lying her ass off. Women like this, y'all need to, if y'all want to go after somebody, don't go after dudes, go after hoes like this. You tramp.
Well, there we are. We don't have to ask anybody else. We got that from the source. There you are.
Adarius, do you have a shout out?
I don't know how to go after that. That's how you get canceled. That was wild.
My Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Ray Ski the King and AG3. So, as y'all know, we got a fantasy draft coming up, and we got some people like, man, really pressing and lobbying to make it a money league and all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to stop y'all from making a money league. If y'all want to do it, I'll do it. I don't prefer it, but if you guys really want to do it and everyone else wants to do it, I'll go along with it. But I was told $20. So everything's like, you know what? I accepted the terms of $20. I had said, you know what? I'm good with that if that's what it's going to be. And so, you know, a couple days ago, we get a text from Aaron talking about, hey, everyone, remember the fees of this? Send me, I got Zelle, I got Cash App, and I got Venmo. Holla at me. It's $25. And I didn't read very closely, but then when I realized it was $25 a day later, I was very upset. And Rayon, the biggest coon of them all, is going to sit here and be like, no, man, ain't nobody ever tell you it's $20. Even though I specifically remember him on Call of Duty in the chat on PlayStation 4, sitting there talking about, man, why don't you want to make it a money league? It's only $20, man. $20 ain't nothing to you. You a big baller, right, Jared? Trying to glaze me up, trying to make me want to join the league, right? Talking about $20. And then he gonna be like, a couple days later, after I, you know, raise my concerns and disgust of the price being different than what it was promoted at. Okay, that's like me trying to go to the night. That'd be like me going to a neighborhood heavy concert, and the whole time they were like, man, it's $15 to get in, $15 to get in. All of a sudden I show up, they're like, nah, man, it's $20 to get in now. It's like, no, I brought $15 because I'm not drinking in this shitty venue that's gonna serve me some sugary drinks. I'm not buying no merch, because I ain't got no money that I feel like spending on nobody's merch with another dude's face on a shirt for me, okay? I'm here with my $15. That's my change from the burrito I just ordered to go into this $15 show. And now you're going to tell me it's $20? Nigga, please. So to AG3 for changing the price after telling me it was going to be $20, and to Rayon for being one of the biggest lobbyist motherfuckers on Fox News, going to be like, I never said it was no $20. I never said nothing about the money. So AG3, Rayon, y'all two ain't shit. Lying, misrepresenting, deceiving me to join a league that is costing more than what it was previously stated as. Niggas.
Oh, shit. You gonna be mad about this, Jared. You got the first pick of the draft.
Fuck!
What would Michael B. Jordan do?
Kobe?
Michael B. Jordan is on SNL playing Big Papi, defending Fernando Tatis. What would Michael B. Jordan do, AG3?
Yeah, I'm my Michael B. Jordan, and I'm playing Big Papi. Mufungo. Yeah, that's right. This Big Papi here. Big Papi. Hey, Black, hey, Fernando Tatis, tell your grandma to cook me up some of that Mufungo. And tell her, don't worry, just meet me at Fruitvale Station, because I'm going to take Bart to get there. And when I get there, tell your grandma, please, venga, I'm going to take this Mufungo off your hands.